has the majority of the playing ground covered in a water texture. Has the majority of the playing ground covered in a water texture. Has the majority of the playing ground covered in a water texture. There we go. Hello. Alright, so let me turn that music down a bit. That's still a little loud. Alright, so hopefully there's not like a full 25 minutes of loading, but I don't really know how YouTube does stuff. I mostly know Twitch, but I've been told YouTube is generally better these days, so I'm gonna try that instead. Alright, so the first obvious thing is that this is floating in the air. I'm actually pretty happy with it so far. Main issue on the map isn't the layout. That's actually pretty settled and I'm mostly happy with it. It's the decorating and things like this fan I know I can do. The texture I can make look nicer easily. It's going to be hard is the underside and making it look convincing, even though the airship can kind of be whatever I want, because the drawing in the reference book of the airship is extremely vague. In fact, maybe I should put it up there. Hi, Larry. Let's see. Well, let me put up a reference of Exocron, because I can. I just wanted to do an airship map, and Nolan pointed out that Exocron has airships. 'Cause why not? Let's see. One sec. I know they're here. Oh, here it is. Exocron Air Fleet. We have the Maxion, the Desiclates, the Brimark, and the Loristar. Those are all very different naming conventions. Alright, close this. Alright, let me save these images. Not really an expert on this planet, if I'm being honest. But I do like the idea of there being an airship planet, I guess. I'm not sure what you call that. Alright, here's the Maxion. Is that too big, too small? And get the other one. Desiclates. Ah, crap. I want to get rid of one of these quick. Add another one. That's the Maxion, which I'm probably going to base this on. I don't know, maybe. And this is the Desiclates, which, well, the Desiclates is somewhere in this image. I don't know if that's big enough for everyone to see, but hopefully. I'm not going to go... I'm probably not going to go directly based on these images because the Maxion has like a giant tower thing in a different image somewhere. And that's not going to be really viable for me to do, if I'm being honest, because towers just kind of end up blocking the view, especially if they're not like well, also the general shape is a little too far from my current layout. Oh, that's good. But I figure the fact that they have several different looking airships and several that are unnamed gives me enough flexibility to, you know, do what I want and say this is one of the ones that's named but isn't shown. That's the secret of mapping. Making bullshit up that you can justify. Let's see. Probably should start with this. Alright. First I thought this was going to be one I could free release, but it quickly became apparent that even when working on just this outside part, it would be impossible to do with just base game assets. So, rip. Sorry, Larry. It is. Let's see if this works actually. Is that popping up for everyone? Why is that not popping up for everyone? Wait, which one is this? Oh. Wait. Map editor. This is not on the top. What does this refer to? This refer... What the heck? Okay, so that's that. This is nonsense, apparently. Gosh. Okay, I don't know why, but for some reason it's almost impossible to capture EAW's pop-ups. Strange that it's... Oh, okay. Right, here we go. There we go. I don't know why, but it's so difficult sometimes. Yes, I'm sorry, Larry. Alright. Good lord, that was way too much work. It is actually 18 by 18. And, but the boundaries are like, this is like 6 alone. 180 is like 6 in terms of, whatever you want to call it, vertices. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Although I'm probably going to have to change it because if I remember correctly, the way I have it currently set up is messing up bombing runs. And I wanted to like tweak with it until I got something that would be smoother. But that's something that I can wait until much later because like it's on the outside. This is what the height map looks like, incidentally. I'm fine with getting certain things off of the airship last because it's fine. Especially because I can do these in a height map MS Paint, as it were. Alright, let's see. I was copy pasting these walls to make the fan builds. I'm not sure what you call these. Fan ducts? Sounds right. Fan. I don't know, but they're meant to hold only fans, so. Fuck. I need to find out what this one is set at. Minus 80, so tap this lightly, and that applies to everything else. You get a nice copied thing here. I'm gonna set one. Here is one. Wait, what is this one? Minus 15. Okay. Hello, NMS. Do you work at PBS? I am on top of my game for jokes tonight. I actually have no idea if this video is going to record or not. I know with Twitch it won't, but YouTube's a little finicky. A little less predictable, so it'll be a surprise. This will either be an awkward uploaded video or it won't exist. Isn't that exciting? Move this over here. Move this over here. All right. Oh, come on, autosave. Alright, whatever. Quick, take a shot every time there's an autosave. Unironically, maybe a decent drinking game, though. Let me think here. Minus 65, maybe? Alright, so this minus 85 from 15 is 70, which means minus 135? Probably. Oh. I do think you get used to that. It's just frustrating that you have to wait, but that's my ADHD brain like, no, I was busy. I did not tell you to stop. Okay, well, that's wrong. How many of these can I fit? Minus 165, minus 85, minus 15. Those are definitely not evenly. I'm gonna have to do some math here. Fun times. For fuck's sake, just do the math, Bing. I need to get off of Bing. Good lord. Alright. Google.com wants to know my location. I'm sure they only have the right. They have my interests at heart. There we go. So the middle ones are going to be minus 80. If I don't hit enter, it still goes, and I can just apply it to all these other ones. just by tapping it. It's one of the nice little shortcuts about the editor, which generally does not have shortcuts. Alright. You will live with that. I'm not doing terrain. Also, you can't talk because I shouldn't say it, but I was looking at a map people were complaining about, a somewhat popular map, and I was immediately noticing how bad the landing zones are in terms of space, and I was like, oh my god, this has less than 80% of the Galantos one people were freaking out over. I'm gonna be salty about that forever. I guess I'll just repeat this pattern. Yeah. This actually works rather smoothly, which is good, because usually whole textures are not friendly to anything that's not a square, so this is nice. Yeah, that's real nice. Saving. There is a significant delay between when I see your posts in the chat and when I say something. It's a little annoying. Thanks, YouTube. Okay. Smooth around the edges. I'm gonna have to stop here and switch to a smaller brush size, but ugh. What was this? Oh, okay, that's easy to remember. I do hope that SWOTOR sticks around. It's definitely a flawed game, but it's got some fun. And I appreciate what they did in some parts. Oh shit. Is this not gonna work? Ah. Okay, I may have miscalculated here. Forgot how whole textures work. Fuck. Alright. I can work with this. I will just build something over this. (10 to 15-second delay, I hope, not minutes. Oh, I like it when I mess up, but it works anyway. Good. I don't think vehicles that are playable make for good props usually, most of the time. I am happy that Brill is getting the setup that I made, because I really like it. I know there's a couple people that want an Invincible, but honestly, give an Invincible to someone who it makes sense for. Or, well, give it to someone else, because it's a blank slate thing, and Brill's got enough, I think, that it can justify being something specific like mining and cloud cars. Oh, I forgot I left this just a hole. That's kind of cool. Also kind of weird, but I like it. Alright. Actually, what do I even need to texture this? I could just... I don't think I do. Alright, so I'm going to put a building over that. Actually, I'm going to stop being ADHD brain and I'm going to finish texturing first. Come on, autosave. I mean, it's currently winning by a 1-to-3 ratio. So that's not a guaranteed win yet, with only like 9 votes in. But, yeah. I think it would take a surprise flip landslide to actually reverse things. I would be very salty if there was. And to be fair, I actually was completely ignorant of the Invincible conversation until after I pushed a change. So I was like, oh, okay. Oops. I do want to see an Invincible Legitimacy hero. That'd be really fun. Well, I mean, not super fun, but it'd be nice, you know? Not everything needs to be an ISD 1 or 2. And there's some boring ISD 1s and 2s. Hello. And welcome to Exocron, home of the mighty fighting exo people, exoskeletons. Oh, frick. I am currently just screwing up my own textures. This is why I don't like working with circles. I hate it. And why, like, I know people are like, your maps have too many squares, but this is why. This is a big part of why. Because I like using whole textures, and they don't like anything except squares. Oh my lord. There we go. Just one more. How much the delay actually is. You never add an ISD1 to your mod? Oh, I guess you're using the base game. Is the base game one more similar to the ISD2? I actually have no idea. Frick. Oh, okay. Oh, this is apropos of nothing, but the leveler acclimator, the assault variant, is actually really similar to the base game acclimator, which is not intentional, but a happy coincidence that I like. So that makes me happy. Saving. Do 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 do. I think after this playlist ends, I'm gonna try finding that one guy that makes like free release airship music. It's pretty good stuff he's been making since like 2016 or something. I figured that would be thematically appropriate. What was... Okay, I have maybe a hot take question, but when did New Canon decide that the Venators were all decommissioned because Palpatine didn't like them being Republic representing? Because that sounds like a weird thing to do, but it occurred to me that if that happened around 2014 to 2018, if it happened in that time period, it could be part of the early canon anti-prequel movement. Maybe. That's my completely baseless speculation for you all to enjoy. But it was something I was thinking about earlier today. Because it did seem weird that they would make that the explanation rather than just saying, yeah, they're still Venators, they were just out on the Outer Rim. It's like, oh, okay. Yeah, they're out on patrol. That's why we don't see them. They're not important. And it's like, yeah, okay, that's enough an explanation. But completely getting rid of them feels like a deliberate removal that... No, but like in the canon, like why would they choose to have them, what's the word, destroyed and decommissioned rather than just sent to obscure places to keep working? Unless, I mean, it could just be someone wanting to write something different, but part of me wonder if it would depend on when it was written, like out of universe, when was that written? Because if it was like, if it happened in early canon, but like, I would say probably 2015 to 2018-ish, I could definitely see it being a choice that was made as anti-prequel, because that was very anti-prequel-ish era, and then they kind of realized that the Clone Wars TV show was their main revenue, or their main way to make money, kind of, so they kind of quickly backpedaled on that after a few years. I just want to know when it was written, I guess. Oh, let me go find that airship guy. Luis Humanoide? That's an interesting choice of a name, but okay. Yeah, he makes... I'll just put on a playlist of his. I'll go ahead and link this in the chat for anyone curious, because he says you can use his stuff freely as long as you credit him. So I'll just go ahead and post that in the chat. No, it's not like I don't really care what the in-universe reason is. I'm just like more curious, like, when did the outer universe decision to write that lore come about? Let me double check his Okay, yeah, I'll just add this to the description of this video afterwards. Alright. I think my burnout from Warcraft ruined lore for me to an extent, because I don't really think so as much in terms of, oh, what's the in-universe reason for something, so much as just what made the writers decide to do that. Thanks, Warcraft. Frick. This doesn't want to cooperate. In other words, I don't think I get immersed as much anymore. Or maybe I'm just getting older. Oh well. Autosave. Oh, I should be using Liana props though, when I can. Oh, this is a small. Ooh, yikes. I don't know about that. Alright. Let's see how this looks. Oh yeah, that's more or less what I was saying, Larry, is that because of that early bias, was the early bias the reason that Venators were all decommissioned in the lore? Like, was that written during that period? If that makes sense. Like, was that the reason that the lore became that, rather than, I don't know, the artistic choice, whatever you want to call it? Was the desire to erase Venators something related to being against prequels? Or I guess being against prequels the cause of wishing to erase Venators? My wording sloppy. I can see a crack. The work is ruined. No, you can't actually. Oh. This looks good, but it does look weird with the pipes. Maybe I'll have to cut out this pipe. What is this? You think how wide this is? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Okay, that's a little skinny, but it's good enough for a shortcut passage for a hover unit. Yeah. I'm reluctant to blame the author on that, partly because I'm biased to like Lucino, but partly because I'm wondering if he was just told to do that. Lucino was generally good about obeying whatever the lore was. He didn't really toe the line like some other authors do, or did. So, if there was like a general idea of, hey, Clone Wars are out, everything else, original trilogy is in, that could just be him obeying. Because I feel like that's something he'd do. Well, when a land vehicle and a flying vehicle love each other very much, and they make a hover vehicle. And that's how you were born. It's time you knew the truth. I will see if I can... Oh, I have no idea where I would put a walker passage in this map, except maybe the middle here. That feels a little pointless, though. I don't know. Are Swift Assault vehicles like just straight up hovercraft from like the real life ones? I can't remember. Interesting though. I don't want to fix Kashyyyk. I would like to do one with like actual like what you call it, paths in the trees and whatnot. Well, they were never super in touch, so I'm surprised that they make a big mistake right early on. I don't know, I think Star Wars is best when it embraces itself to an extent, rather than acting like it's cringe, which, I mean, that's kind of what Disney does. Okay, with like, it was like, oh, the EU, let's get rid of that, nobody cares about that, or, oh, the prequels, nobody cares about that, let's get rid of that, and it's just like, just embrace what you are. I'm not going to fix Coruscant, I'm going to replace it entirely. Actually, let me get something quick. Let's see here. Alright, give me a second here. I'm going to switch the stream. Show you something you might appreciate. Oh, let me save this quick though, just in case. Don't want any crashes. Alright, alright, so you see that? Now... So this is actually loosely my idea for Coruscant. If you want to sneak peek at like what the map might end up looking like. There's going to be this area. I'm going by memory here. Oh. You know, it probably didn't. I didn't even think about that. Yeah. It's going to be infantry only path going this way. Actually, no. Infantry only path going this way. Actually, I made this way too small. So this is the starting landing zone, and it's going to be in the works. It's going to be a long infantry only path here. It's going to be a hover path here, and and it's going to cross over because I'm going to have this actually dip down and go under the hover height. That'll be fun and cute. Be another landing zone up here. Kind of an open area here. Sort of connected like this. Some kind of gap here. I haven't decided like what to do exactly. Maybe bridges. Maybe something else. And there's going to be an area over here. And I want this to be mostly impassable, but not entirely. So, you know, maybe this will be a good place for a walker path. Who knows? And the out bases are going to be here. Maybe, or maybe the generator. Something like that. The Minari Mountains will be here. And I'll have some kind of path around or over it. Something with very limited passability. The main base here. And Leo suggested actually coding it in so that there's a double shield generator. So there could be a double base of some sort. Entry point will be here. And a landing zone there. Something here and maybe a hover path like this across. Might be the only way to do it, honestly, with how I plan to do the Minari Mountains. Let me just free draw. So I wanted there to be the Imperial Palace here. The Minari Mountains here. This is actually going to be the Works, which is like that rundown place you see in episode 2. Couple of the plazas here. Maybe the Senate or a Jedi here. A lot bigger than 10 by 10. It's going to be very, very big. Okay. Here's your AT. And, AT. He's going to be Ping. Flower. There you go. Art just for you. The Jedi Temple, I'm kind of thinking, at least at first, every version will be exactly the same. There are differences, and it'd be nice to make a wrecked version, but, you know, it's going to be pretty ambitious to begin with, so... The first thing will be doing a layout. I forget what I was doing. Probably mapping. Leo actually had an interesting suggestion I kind of touched on, where he wants there to be the shield dome, but then a special second shield dome that's even bigger, which is absurd, but it is lore abiding for Coruscant because of the X-Wing. And you know, in the base game, I think Coruscant had multiple shield domes, so would it hurt? I think it'd be a cute idea. It would also make it easier because you can only fit like, well, you can fit like 8 bases under a dome, but it's not as clean. Anyway, let me switch this back. Alright. Close this. Actually, I'll just leave that there. Right. In the base game, the shield dome actually had like something like 3 different power generators and 2 different bubbles, I want to say. Maybe 3. It was something absurd. Yeah. Okay, so that's actually a bad idea. It's something I did long ago, but like it results in some problems and there's some weirdness, like I'm trying to think of an example. If you have, let's say this is the main playing area, this is all water, and then this is an island. If you put things on this island, they won't reach the main thing, and that happened with Freysia in the base game, I think. But what makes it bad is that infantry can't even be dropped here, if I'm not mistaken. That was part of how I did a lot of the passive civilians, is that I realized that, or people told me there's a bug, quote unquote, that if something's within steep, it can't enter or exit a transport or something like that. So that's kind of why it exists. That probably didn't make any sense. But it's something generally to avoid because, like, it sounds cool, but in practice it ends up causing some problems. So. Secondary structure. Yeah, Freysia did that with the secondary structure. I once put an AT-ST factory on a secondary structure slot in Freysia because it was out of the way. In the base game, I should add. So, infinite spawns. And my idea was that if I put it here, I could, I don't know, outlast the enemy or whatever. But so I thought, well, the AI will get bored and leave eventually. But in practice, the AI just kept sending T2Bs. They'd retreat before I could actually deal any permanent damage to them. And that would happen over and over and over again. Because T2Bs were the only things that could cross the lake, and eventually I just auto-resolved and lost. That was a mistake. Oh. Hoping the AI can't do that, though. Gosh, the game would be miserable if that were the case. Yeah, I think we had I think our Freysia map had like an island chunked into it or something like that. And it's just like, yeah, that's just an edit that makes sense. It's something that everything should just be patched. That everyone should just patch themselves. Oh, hey, it peeks through. Neat. I don't know how fast I'm replying for you guys with the delay, but I assure you it is quite quickly. at least on my end. Ugh. I have no idea how I'm gonna make this look like the airship on the bottom unless I start like turning Hapen vehicles into props, which I might. For none among you has the power to stop me. For now, I should probably just concentrate on making this look nice. Why am I so tired? I read that like 2 seconds before I went, So, judge from that. 5 seconds isn't bad. I guess it's just kind of freaking me out because you guys have a delay of yourselves of having to type up anything. So anything you respond to me for will be on a delay to me. Maybe I just have to get good at streaming. Man, can you imagine? I need to make this look like an engine somehow without blocking the view too much. I think it's less that and more just I'm tired and then I feel it after that. Although it was hours ago since I had it, so I should be good. Greetings. My, you're a tall one. Well, at least I don't have only Lankanite as my one viewer. This might be interesting. Thank you, Larry. 6. Ah, is that how it works? Ooh. I like that. No, I don't. How did I get these wrong? Yes. Okay, I'll do -40 and then put something on this corner here. Yeah, I like this guy's music, Luis Humanoide. It's very whimsical. It's not. It is not loud. I might be quiet though. This mic is kind of shit. Well, it's cool, but it's also terrible at picking up everything except mine. Voice. Let's see. I can turn these down a bit, see how that goes. There we go. Enjoy a sweet, sweet -3 decibels. Alright. I'm reporting you as harassing me during my stream. And we get Mr. YouTube himself after you. Would you believe me if I told you I'm older than Corey? There we go. I don't know how I feel about that. Well, he's like, what, 30? It's not that old. Or it's not that young either, but... A babu? I want to make a city feel to this, the verticality, but because it's an RTS map, a lot of it has to be flat like this, so I don't know how that's going to really translate. Nothing short of like just putting a glass dome on top, but then I have to really build up. And I have to build up purposely with a lot of squares. It's going to be hard. Use these, I guess. Enjoy your fetishes. Voodoo fetishes. Everyone say bye NMS and bye with your fetishes. for, so I don't know. It's not just a waste. Wish I had more certainty with what I was doing on this map. I enjoy working on it, but I feel like there's a lot of I don't know what to do here. Do I dare use another ship prop? Maybe. Is it using just base game assets or what? I actually don't quite know how your mod plays either though, so my balancing opinions might not be great necessarily. But that's not a no, it's just establishing factors, as it were. Okay, you can send it to me. Let me mess around with this. I feel like I'm almost inspired here. It like this. Actually, I can just take control of this. What is that? 660. 600. What is that height? Well, all is equal. Then I just have to figure out how I want it. Too far. That's strange, but I kind of like it. Hmm. Hang on. That might be too tall. Yes, it is. Oh, well. Oh. Exhausting. Well, exhausting when things don't work. Let's see how this looks. The hell is it? Okay, here we go. Yeah, that completely blocks the view, doesn't it? I almost like it. Delete. Alright, I'll save this. I'm going to close this for now. Alright, let me check the messages quick. Let me be professional here. Whoa. I'm seeing what I think you guys are. Oh no, my video is just way behind. Ha! Wait a second. Alright. Alright, let me see here. Are you looking for like aesthetic? Oh. I opened this the wrong editor. I should really open this in the base game editor. Sorry. 1 second. Alright. Let's switch. Oh wait, that's the wrong one. Huh. One second. Okay. There we go. Alright. Go ahead and hide my dinosaur friend for now. I think it's okay. Go ahead and pause this. Put on KOTOR. That's a little loud. There we go. There, how's that? Alright, here we go. I should look at the passability first, I suppose. Ah. Oh, okay. This is the start, I assume. How big are the landing zones in your, what value are the landing zones in your mod? Is this, oh, it starts at 10, okay. I turned it off. Okay, so one thing I'd say is because this is out of bounds, well, you can always just not use this version, so you should fill this in with steep because there's no good reason for a unit to be back there that won't result in problems. I actually have no idea how much you zoom out the map. 640? Okay, you use the default. That's good. Yeah. Petra's kind of bad about that. But you use the default boundary sizes, and that's good. I usually go bigger, but the default's fine. You made water passability here, but it's a little unnecessary because there's no reason for a water unit to go back there. But it's not hurting. Okay. One thing is I'm going to turn off the passability. I'm going to turn on... if you have a mouse with a scroll key and you press the middle of the scroll key, you can activate the smoothing tool, which is really helpful and it'd be good for places like this. And you get a less sharp transition into water. Careful when doing height stuff with the thing open though. Alright. Do your units have terrain collision? Like if they shoot and it hits the ground, does it stop? Or did you turn that off? I know some mods have turned it off, but I think it's on by default. Because what I was going to say is if they can shoot and it hits the terrain, you want to fly. I have no idea. I just know ATR turns it off. But it results in a problem where turbo laser towers become really overpowered because they can just shoot through anything, anywhere. I don't like it. I understand why people would do it as a solution, but I think the real solution is just to design better maps. But I mean, that is work. So turning the smooth weight up to 100. Just go over this and flatten it out. I mean, it is turned off for that one Zon Consortium tank that's really low to the ground that shoots the beam. And it is kind of overpowered. But it's something you can do unit by unit. There are certain... I think you have, even in TR, there is one weapon type that it has it turned on, just because the weapon type tends to have problems regardless. So it's probably a good idea to go with the tool like this. I don't really remember what Mimban looks like other than it's mud. I don't really remember what the original Mimban looks like either. But I think this grass might be a little too uniform almost. You did slant it though, which most people would not do. Even the base game developers wouldn't slant it. Oh, you filled in the textures here. That's cute. Your nature settings. Do you know that there's a second cloud setting? I don't know if you've ever tried that. Oh, it's this one. But you could also be spicy and do stuff like waterfall, which makes it look like a storm coming through. Or I've been recently experimenting with these. Here we go. Oh, you can't really see on this map. Oh, you can see it here, kind of. Well, the fog is actually not that bad a choice. So one cool trick is to set the fog so that its color matches the edge of the height or the skybox. So that's sort of a green brown. And then you can see where it just kind of fades into the horizon. Not perfectly, I could do this better, but that's pretty okay. Just tweak it slightly higher. There you go. And actually, let me add this to custom colors. Go to water. Set your sky color to be something that matches the edge of the skybox, because skyboxes break sometimes. It doesn't happen as much in the base game, but they do. And so when they do, you just end up with a really sharp edge. So you want the edge to be the end of the bottom of the skybox. It's a problem TR has and AOTR as well, but I'm not really sure what triggers it. I actually don't know. I'm not currently recording, but I don't know if that matters. This is my first time using YouTube rather than Twitch. I mean, this is all stuff I can tell people again and again, too. For the grass, it's pretty nice that you actually did the sides like this. Grass on hills is very frustrating in general. And as you can see, it doesn't quite always look great. It's annoying. But one thing for like the flat areas you might consider is hitting this tool, and then just they come out at random angles, and you can set them like this. And So there I get like a very chaotic patch, but it looks a little more believable than the squareness. Actually, this is probably intentional, so that's probably fine. But I mean more like here or here. It's very obviously a shape. It's kind of what the immersion stuff you want to avoid. But what really helps, I think, is let me do it in a separate place. Here's fine. So thank you for giving me square angles. I usually do these manually, but that's a lot of work, so you might prefer to just do random like this. And you can see there's holes here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find a second texture type, or oh, that's the same one. A second one, and I'm going to start interlacing them together. Also, Control Z is your friend. And you'll just slowly make a mixed patch like this. I actually have no idea where you guys are on this that are watching, because my own window is kind of fucking up. Which is great. One sec, I'm going to refresh my own page. Ugh. Alright. That seems to be caught up. I can't remember what the prop is called. Well, at least it'd be easy to find. Hang on. There's a base game prop I rather like. No, I did. I already did. Oh. Ugh. That is quite a delay. Yuck. So I'm looking for a specific bush. All these are fine, but there's one I'm rather fond of. By the way, you can use no colorization or whatever to change this tree's color. So if you want to make variants in different colors, you can. They don't all look good, but it's an option. There's a couple different ways. I don't know if any are super amazing. Oh yeah, temperate. Ah, I can't find that prop. Let's see. Lava. I want the lava colors. What's it called? No, let me try volcano. TUV. Here we go. Alright, set the bush to 15. Make a patch like that. Well, thank you. Let's see. Then let's try lock lava. This isn't perfect, but I can do better. Hang on. I haven't actually done this in a while, but I did it quite a bit in the past. Ugh. Okay, that doesn't actually look good, but maybe it's just the lighting. What's the specular here? Specular. Try to make it black. See, that's still not better. All right, whatever. Give me a second. Open a different one. I don't love that this is showing my information like that, but whatever. What do I call it? Filve, that's right. I did something on Filve like this. Here we go. Yeah, okay, so it was lava terrain, and then lava terrain in the middle as well. I'll do this on Odic too as well. Possibly better. Here we go. Yeah, I mean, having a wreckage, I do. Having a wreckage is a good way to mix it. Like, this is a base game prop too, so. You got options. And underneath it is the heat plume. There's also heat plume 1, which seems to just be the same thing, but it goes off more often. Yeah. Hopefully that's helpful. What time did I start this? Has it been an hour and a half already? Damn. Okay. I wonder if there's any others. I don't think so. Oh, this one I should open in the regular editor. Quick. Yeah. Why do I feel tired? I think I'm just tired today. Probably my own fault. Let's see. Alright, here we go. Did I do something here? Sort of, not really. I used darker textures. These are base game textures. You can always see what I did here actually. Ugh, oh my goodness. Is I combined tile rock with... Oh, I actually used the same texture. Or, no, I didn't, actually. I used Tile Rock 0 with Tile Rock B? No, that's the same one. Never mind. Alright, well, there you go. I used that to represent a more burnt out area compared to the rest of this jungle. Also used browner plants compared to the rest. I made a lot of mistakes on this map, but it did come out very pretty. Should hop back to Exocron. Okay. Now I have to figure out what to do with these. I should try to integrate these as well. I need more props. I always need more props. Actually. Ooh. Will this work? I don't know. All right. Well, I wanted to cover this lip, but I don't think there's really a feasible way of doing that. This music's a little tense. Let's try upside down. Minus 90, huh? Alright. Maybe I can use a wall texture to lean into it? I don't know. This is very frustrating. I really might need more specialized props for this. Yeah, it would make things easier. Then again, even if I turned another spaceship into a prop, I'm not sure it'd actually help. to use, what to use. Thing is, I know how to I know I can texture this, and then I need to figure out props. But a lot of this progress is very contingent on me figuring out how I want the airship to look on the outside. Maybe these running along the sides? Turned on their sides, that is. Not sure. I'll never be sure. Actually, what's this one? 650. A maybe. How does that look? Weird, but maybe passable. Alright, yeah. I don't really have any solid ideas that I'm in love with, so I might stop here in a sec too. Come back to this another time. It's one of those problem maps that it's going to take a while to actually do just because of the complications. Maybe you have to wait for more props to be added over time. That's really annoyingly loud. Anyway, thanks for watching. Goodbye, everybody. Mostly Larry. How do I end this? Ah, here we go. We'll find out if this plays, but hopefully. Goodbye.